everybody, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Sarah Ann Bale. Today we are making our homemade pumpkin syrup.
We're gonna pumpkin you up!
This way you can make your own pumpkin spice lattes at home. You can put it on ice cream, whatever you want to do. The first thing we're gonna do is actually a simple syrup. In my pot, I have 4 cups of filtered water and I'm gonna add 2 cups of monk fruit. You can do a regular sugar, a stevia, however you want to sweeten this yourself. A simple syrup is usually just 1-to-1 water to sugar that's dissolved, which breaks down the sugar, makes it sweeter, and makes it easier to incorporate it into other things. I'm gonna add my monk fruit right into my water. We're gonna turn this on high. I have 2-to-1 water to sweetener because we're going to reduce this by half to bring us back to 1-to-1. Sometimes when you're using a sugar substitute, like a stevia or a monk fruit, it takes a little bit of extra encouragement to get it to break down. While this is coming to a boil, I'm just gonna whisk it to help it dissolve easier. You wanna watch this closely because you don't want your sugar or your sweetener to caramelize. The second you see one bubble, we're gonna turn it down to medium. I'm just starting to see little bubbles rise to the top. This is when we're gonna add all of our flavors. This is already great, especially if you're doing a sugar-free version. You could also do honey, a great way to add any sweetener to anything, but we're gonna make it extra spicy. I'm gonna add 2 high fives worth of ginger. I've sliced it, and you don't have to peel this because we're gonna strain it later anyway. Perfect. I have whole allspice and whole clove, like a teaspoon of each. These are the same spices I'd use to make cider or mulled wine too. I'm gonna use 2 cinnamon sticks. And I'm gonna turn this down to medium low. You wanna watch this. You don't want it to get brown at all. We want it just to reduce without getting caramelized. Our simple syrup has reduced by half. The bubbles totally changed too. We're gonna strain this because we want all that syrupy goodness without any of the chunks. Turn off our heat. Beautiful. Be very careful. You can see the color of the spices inside of the liquid. Before we even get to the pumpkin, I'm gonna make my own homemade ginger ale. I have just a can of sparkling water, and we're gonna use the syrup to sweeten and flavor. Just like 1 to 2 tablespoons. You get to choose how sweet you want it. That's what I wanna drink anytime I'm not feeling great. So good for your tummy, ginger. Or anytime I am feeling great. Cheers. And remember, ginger is an antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. Now let's do some pumpkin. In here, I have a can of pumpkin, 100% pure organic pumpkin. All of your relationships are healthier if they're honest. If you have a healthier relationship with your food, you're gonna have a healthier relationship with your body. So you want all of your ingredients to be honest. No sneaky things here and there, 100% what they are up front, good for you. To our can of pumpkin, I'm gonna add a half cup of our simple syrup with all of our spices. And when you're putting things in beverages, it's nice to have a nice fine puree. Whisk her up. Since we're using a simple syrup, it's gonna blend really easily into our puree. If you used a sugar that wasn't already dissolved, you're gonna have a little more graininess inside of your puree. And we want that nice, rich, syrupy sauce. I'm gonna store my pumpkin syrup in a glass bottle that I recycled. It keeps for about a week in the fridge, but I doubt it's gonna last you that long. We're gonna do pumpkin in the morning and pumpkin in the evening. So we're gonna start with coffee. Bubbles. Got it right here. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of our pumpkin sauce. Oh yeah. Stir it right in. I like a little cream in my coffee, so I'm gonna add some half and half. And that's literally it. At home, scratch-made pumpkin coffee. Once you've done it with real pumpkin at home, nothing else compares. Only thing that's gonna be even better is for the evening. And here I've got 3 tablespoons of our pumpkin syrup, and we're gonna make a bibbidi bobbidi bellini. Whoop. Be very careful. If you want, you can do the same thing with sparkling cider. You can also use the pumpkin sauce to make pumpkin juice, put apple juice in there. It's scrumptious. You can pour it over some ice cream or just eat it. Perfect. Give it a little stir, a little more spice. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you use your pumpkin syrup for. Subscribe, and I will see you next week with another diet-free recipe.
Sip me, baby, one more time.